pop culture reference. Sorry.
What's up, guys? It's been so long. It's been 2 weeks since we've done Wicked's World, so it's good to be back. Sorry for the delays. I was traveling, seeing family, so yeah, that's why there was no Wicked's World, and there haven't been many gaming streams, but I'm back and I'm ready for 4th of July tomorrow. Also, don't mind me. I'm gonna be moving randomly because at that time of day where the sun is coming in, I can't really do anything about it. So I'll just be like moving periodically over so that the sun doesn't blind me. But anyways, what's up, guys? It's good to see you all. Let's see. Chats are working. So this is my first time I'm on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. This is my first time back doing Wicked's World over on Rumble. So that's gonna be fun. I've only done gaming over there so far. So we'll see how this goes. I see Hokies over there on Rumble. Thank you. Thank you for watching and pinning my donation link over there. What's up, Greg, Mate, Jason J, Daniel Steele, Gas Station Burrito, Shane G, Brandon, Black Dragon, Blair, and Cajun Corey comes in with a super chat. Thank you for 5. Hey, Wicked, got into a fender bender and my truck took some damage. Don't worry, the auto body shop fixing it was highly recommended. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Corey. Oh, you can always count on Corey for a dad joke. Um, Andrew, what's up? No, I'm not doing Twitch today, Hokies. I'm probably just gonna do gaming streams on Twitch from now on. Cranberry, hello, Saw. The Rebel Wrangler, yeehaw! Red Dead, my jam. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that news. We'll get into that, but I didn't know some things like my favorite game, and how the heck do I not know that every Halloween they do special events on Red Dead Redemption 2 online? I just heard about that and I'm like, okay, I'm all for that. And Sawpaw is also over on Rumble. Thank you so much. What's up, Greg McMahon, Marcus the Seer? Buster Voodoo says I support Rumble too. Anything other than YouTube. I hear that. Thank you, Buster. Bruce, hello. Richard Dower and Mate gifted a membership. Thank you, Mate. Hold on. You know what? Let's start with this. This is my new clip that I've hardly used, and I think it's so funny. So here we go.
Be afraid, Starscream. These plants may be dangerous. Where is your courage, Megatron?
I don't know why I think that one's so funny. The star screams the scream and then the giggle. I don't know. But there you go. My Megatron clip. And Andrew Thomas for 5. Thank you. Happy 4th of July Eve, Wicked. Looking really good tonight. Have a great 4th, as great as you. Thank you. Yes, I've got my I have a lot of American flag outfits, but this is one of them. One of the shirts because I love America. Let me see. I'm just double checking and see what pops up now. I think there's a delay for Kick over on StreamYard, so let me pop out the Kick chat so I can see it. Wait, I gotta go to the creator dashboard. 1 second, guys. I'm a professional, I promise. Pop out the chat there. There we go. All right. Okay, so over on Kick, we got Gas Station Burrito, Herschel's, GRP. What's up? Buster Voodoo's over there as well. Cajun Corey, Smallville Man. Did they change the moderator icon? Thank you for the test. Message, Herschel's. Says this was sent at 6:04. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't pop up yet. So I'll make sure I keep the Kick chat up. So looks like everything is good with Rumble and YouTube. So there we go. No issues there. Something I do have to see though, on like the Rumble side. I don't know if Rumble rants show up, but I guess we'll have to see. But what are you guys doing for July 4th? I'm gonna be cooking a bunch of food, and going to watch fireworks. Unfortunately, the weather's not supposed to be great, so, the plans might get a little messed up. I'm still making a bunch of food, that's for sure. Hot dogs, burgers, sausage, just a lot, 'cause it's 4th of July, and a good thing about cooking out is all the leftovers when you go overboard, like, it's great. So, that's what I'll be doing. What's up, Jalook? Jimbo? Yeah, it looks like, um, a lot of people said they're not doing stuff tomorrow. GRP's not doing anything. Saw is working. Well, I hope you're getting overtime, Saw. Uh, yeah, tomorrow's just gonna be a chill day. I had some fun on my trip. We'll talk about that now, I guess. A little fun that I had. I did a little road trip over to see family in Buffalo. And I attended Nickel City Con. I got to meet Trish Stratus. And I wanted to meet Lita, but unfortunately, she was delayed, so I never got to meet her. She came the next day when I was already on my way home. So, no Lita, but Trish was amazing. I'll show you guys I'll pull up the pictures in just a minute. What's up, Marianne? Bonehead said, "What's the most American food?" French fries. Oh, you're asking French fries? I don't think so. I mean, aren't French fries actually French? But they call them chips over there, I think. The most American food? I feel like I should say apple pie, right? But that's probably made somewhere else. But when you think of like America, you think of like apple pie and, freedom. um, I don't know, man. People say things that are definitely like not from America. Like pizza is not American, that's Italian. Radiant over on Kick, have you ever done a sober stream, bro? For sure, bro. All the time, bro. Um, what's up, Mike Noss, Daniel Steele, Venom Bite? I know. Rest in peace, Michael Madsen. Lita, Wolfman Ryan, hello. Lita was a badass and still is. She is. Andrew, that's a good point. Burgers is the most American food, maybe. But the thing is, I'll say that, and then I realize that they hailed from somewhere else. So I don't know. Yeah, Corey, they changed the mod badge over on Kick. What's up, Reese? Yeah, is it Germany, Jimbo? That's what I was thinking in my head. I don't know. I mean, Americans do take things that are from other countries and make them super American. Like you fry them and stuff, and then boom, American cuisine. Um, uh, all right. Well, anyways, I am actually excited tomorrow, like to cook tomorrow because I only eat hot dogs on like cookout days, mostly 4th of July. And I brought since I was doing a road trip, I brought um hold on, let's get rid of this retard. There we go. Um they brought I brought some, what do you call it? Hot dogs from Buffalo, which if you know, you know. Like if you've been to Western New York, there's a brand called Salen's hot dogs. They're so good. Um, it's way better. I know Nathan's is like very popular with people, but it's nah, nah, nah. Nathan's is nothing compared to Salen's. Salen's hot dogs are so good. I want to know if anybody in the chat has ever had them. I know Bubba Matt probably has. I don't think he's here right now, but I know that he'll know what I'm talking about. So I got a big pack of those. I'm not gonna make a bunch, but like you freeze them, right? And then Mineo and Sapio sausage is also amazing, and I'm gonna be making some of that too. It has cheese inside of it, so good. Um, Hold on. Oops, I accidentally X'd out. Gotta pop out the chat again. This kick is not showing up. Buster Voodoo says I sent a Rumble rant. Did it show up? Let me see. It might. So the thing is, I think it shows up, but it doesn't tell me that it was a Rumble rant. Here's a test rant. USA, USA. Thank you, Buster Voodoo, for the $1 Rumble rant. Let me see. Let me see. It might have popped up, but it doesn't. I don't think it tells me if it's a rant. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. Um, no, it didn't even wow, the Rumble Rants didn't even pop up. Okay, well, so if you send one, I'll keep checking back and forth, but if, like I know Hokies is over there, if there is a Rumble Rant, can you, like, tell me in the chat so I can, read it? Uh, All right. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be cooking some good food tomorrow. Lots of leftovers. I know, Buster Voodoo. Well, thank you for the Rumble rant. I'll make sure I keep checking back now. Thank you for the test. So let me go over on Instagram here so I can show you guys some of the fun I had. What's up, Pen Escapo? Captain Strong says beer, brats in the slow cooker, brown onion gravy, and fresh made mashed potatoes. That sounds so good. Deconstruct, hello. Let's see. And Marcus to see her. I think I said hi. If I miss anyone, sorry. You know what happens when I go on my rants. Okay. Are these pictures? Okay. So here's the first one I'll show you. It was super cool. So I did a Morticia cosplay. I plan on like actually getting some nice pictures, redoing the cosplay again, which it's not super hard. It's like red lipstick and the Morticia dress, which is why I decided to wear it at a con, which wasn't the best idea because of the long train on the dress. So I will never wear that to a con again, but I loved the outfit. So I got to meet Trish, and she was so sweet. She was very nice. She said that my Morticia cosplay was hot, so that was nice of her. But yeah, and it's leaded the things in the background because she was supposed to be there. She was supposed to be right next to Trish, and I was gonna go meet her as well. But honestly, she probably had a flight delay because of like flights are crazy right now. Guys know what happened uh with the when we came back from Texas, all of us had delays and stuff. So yeah, that was awful. And then me and my friend, she was Lady Vader and she looked awesome. So we had Lady Darth Vader and Morticia there. This was a fun picture to take in front of Han there. And then let me see. There was a couple more. Hold on. This was just my trip. It was fun. That's us with Trish again. And then I also stopped and said hello to Alex Vincent again. I didn't see Chucky this time. So, yeah. Oh, and this was funny. My friend took the picture and I kept it like this. I didn't crop Batman out like this. I don't know. I just thought it was so funny. It's like I'm posting it. Um it was really funny. But that was the Batman for the Batman Returns car. So super cool. I have actually here, I'll show you it. I wish I got a digital version of this because it looks so cool. And they had cosplayers that were in full Catwoman. They had Harley Quinn and another version of Batman, and then obviously the Batman Forever Batman, which was fine, but I would have preferred to maybe just had Batman and this with me, but it turned out really nice. You're not gonna be able to see it with my ring light probably, but just to see the car. Look how cool. Really liked how this turned out. I would have loved the digital version, but it was 20 bucks and they gave me a free like this picture with it, and I got to take as many like pictures with my phone as I wanted. So that's good deal. They had what other one did they have? I think they had the Christian Bale Batmobile too, and I was like, I don't need a picture with that one. I just want Batman Returns. So it was cool. I like when they do that, when they have the cool, the cars like that. I have one. I have to find the picture. This was from a con like a while ago. But I got the 1960s Batmobile and they gave me like a fake bomb and I like took a silly like comic book looking picture and that was cool. I gotta find that picture though. But I like when they do that at these cons. Cosplay looks classy. Thank you. It was I got a lot of compliments on it actually. There was not another Morticia wandering around. Also, there was not another female Vader. So me and my friend were like, you know, we were the cool kids. Um, but no, Hokies asked if I'm gonna start posting cosplays on locals again. No, I enjoy doing cosplays, but doing like monthly sets was very stressful. And it took the fun away from it for me. So I'll just be posting like here and there on my social medias. And it's also extremely expensive to get all the parts for these cosplays. I do appreciate you guys helping me so much. A lot of you guys will go on my wish list and send me stuff, and thank you so much for that. I seen Mate. What did Mate say? I actually hold on. I'm gonna highlight your comment. There's a couple cosplays that I'm working on. Megatron cosplay or bust. I have pieces of it actually on my wish list and I'm putting like a Megatron cosplay together. A girly one, but I promise it's gonna look good. I'm working on it. And Trish looks amazing. Me and my friend were like we're in her line, we looked at each other when we got closer and we were like, bro, I want to look like that. when I'm 49, like even like half as good. That would be fantastic. Um, yeah, she looks fantastic. Good for her. Let's see. What's up, Adam? Bonehead, AP, Duppy. That'll be a fun cosplay, yeah, and I'm working on another cosplay as well. It's a Megatron. I don't say it like that. That's how X-Wing says it. I say Megatron, like very tough, just like Megatron would say it. I don't want to hear it. Um, I'm also working on another one though. It's a secret though. You guys will see it when it's done. I need to get a sewing machine because I'm trying to go all in with certain cosplays and stuff, and I'm gonna like set up a little area in my office over here in the corner. And I don't know, maybe you guys will see some of it, some of the work that I start doing with it. It'll be a lot of fun. So let's see here. All right, let's get into whoops. All right, let's get into oh, looks like Kick Chat's popping up. I see Mongoose over there. So no Wicked Virtue 2026 calendar. No, I don't think so. I don't even know. Would you guys actually like buy that? I feel like that stuff's expensive. Dan's here. What's up, Dan? Dan, I had an issue. I tried doing a retro stream the other day, and I think it's the hardware actually, Super Nintendo. I just need to like clean it out a bit. But it kept messing up and I was very, very sad. So I'm gonna try again though. I was trying to play Hook. Oh, and mate with a 149 super sticker. Thank you, mate. I don't know what it was. But thank you. I wish StreamYards would show it. What's up, Sean? Mike Wilson art. What happened? So it it kept like messing up on me, like where like the screen would just go black. And I that's why I think it has to do with the like actual game because was like, okay, like not the game, sorry, the actual console. So because I was changing out the games and it was still doing it. Like Hook worked for a little bit. I got like a good 40 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes into the game, and then the screen went black on me. So I don't know. Gas station burrito. No, just blow and slam it down. It's gonna break. You can't do that. That's not gonna work. I've been told to use the like rubbing alcohol, or like I'm gonna get one of those can things that I used to use to clean out my keyboard. I actually need to do that. So I need to get one of those and just like make sure there's no dust in there. Because, well, first of all, it was sent Ian, do they overheat? I don't think so, Hokies, and it's very open, like, it didn't even feel hot. So it was sent to me from Ian from the UK, and I'm sure he hadn't plugged it in for a very long time. So, it sat there probably collecting dust at his place, and then he sent it to me, and I put it away because I was waiting to get my retro tank so that I could set it up to stream. And then I moved, so it kind of just like sat also collecting dust. So I probably do need to clean it out. Uh, do you have a CRT to test it out outside of your streaming setup? I don't know. I don't, Dan. What is CRT? I don't have one of those. But I am planning on like before I try again, I'm gonna like do like an hour and a half of just like playing like with it to make sure that it's good after I like clean everything out and see if that was the issue. Hopefully that was the issue. So we'll see. Oh, the old tube TVs, that's what a CRT is? Oh, no, I don't. I should get one. I bet you I could find one at like a thrift store or something. Maybe I should. We'll see. Because I mean, it worked when I first got it and I plugged it in. It was working. Classic Dan and his CRTs. Yeah. When I first got it, it was working, but I couldn't stream it because I didn't have the retro tank. And then I finally got the retro tank, and it's messing up on me, and it's just not fair. I want to play my retro games. I'll figure it out though. Don't you guys worry. If not, I'll have to bug Dan again because yeah. Versus no. Oh, so Kick is okay. It looks like the Kick chat has caught up. Let me double check. No Kick. Yeah, okay. So it's caught up. All right. You should regardless. They're getting more expensive. Honestly, Dan, that's not a bad idea because when I'm old, wicked, and I'm retired, I want to have a gaming room that has like arcade machines. I want the Nintendo 64. I want the Super Nintendo, whatever I can get my grubby little hands on, I want in my gaming room. And that's just going to be my retirement right there. I'm just going to live out my youth again. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to have at least one old school TV. So I should look into it. I bet you I can. I go to like a flea market or a thrift store. They gotta have them. What's up, Bethany? Richard Dower says man buns are no longer gay. Well, that's good to know. And without one, you can't play Duck Hunt. Really? I wouldn't be able to play Duck Hunt. Have you guys played the horror version of that game? It's on Steam. It's kind of creepy considering the old Duck Hunt game. Soul Assassin says pawn shops would be your best bet for retro games and old TVs. Okay. Just double checking to make sure I don't have any Rumble rants because then it's kind of weird because it doesn't even pop up. So, what's up, Jonathan Stevie? When I do it on OBS and I'm gaming, it shows the chat that comes up on Rumble. It just doesn't tell me that it's a Rumble rant. But StreamYards isn't even showing like the chat at all when you do it. But I have this chat up separately. Best try to test plugging it in directly to any TV without AV input without streaming. All right. So we'll wait. We'll put a pause on the retro game streams for now. And I'll find an old TV, even if it's like this tiny little mini one. I'll find something and we'll test it out and I'll let you guys know. Or I'll set up like a stream of me playing it and like you guys can just like be like my friend sitting next to me while I play on old TV. I'm kidding. You guys would probably hate that. What's up, Jerry? Okay, so real quick, just show you some of the goodies I got, and then we'll get into the topics for today. I feel like we have a lot to catch up on because I was gone for 2 weeks. So if you guys remember last year when me and X-Ray both were together at Nickel City Con, we got here we go. These cute little crochet things. If you remember, I got another one, the banana. The adorable man that was like pushing his daughter's stuff on our live stream. Dan says, I streamed Atari like that and people loved it. Really? Maybe I'll try it. I'll set up like, I'll get like a beanbag chair, make it totally like 90s. And then I got a blueberry. These are adorable. I also got, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring it. I got a Kirby. No, where I put my Kirby. I got a cute little Kirby on a star. Hold on. Hold. Did I put it in here? I'm all over the place after this road trip, man. Oh, I'll have to show you guys the next stream. I think it might still be in a book bag. But I got a Kirby and it was really cute. It's like magnetic too, and it's like a magnet to the star. Super cute. And of course, I got Trisha's autograph. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to meet her, and like I felt so validated when she said my Morticia cosplay was hot. I was like, it's Tish and Trish. I was so excited. But yeah, she was sweet. And somebody commented, someone that I met at the con, commented on a picture saying that their friend's 6-year-old was like really excited to meet Trish. And Trish took a stuffed animal out of her bag that she had and autographed it for the little girl. I'm like, that's so sweet. Like, I think it was free of charge too. Like, she just did it and gave it to her. Very nice. I am sad that I didn't get to meet Lita, but another time. Like the Attitude Era wrestling, that was my jam. I was probably way too young to watch that because if you remember the Attitude era of wrestling, it was pretty graphic, like women flashing the wrestlers from the audience and stuff. Like, it was wild times. But, oh, and one more thing. I got this. I got it at the con. I actually was able to put this on my shoulder because of the magnet. So it was like for Morticia. I named him Jack, like Jack Daw. And I love him. He actually even has, I have to fill it out. He even has a birth certificate. So I figured, you know what I could do? I could put it on my shoulder for the pirate cosplays. Who says I have to have like during the pirate podcast? Who says it has to be a parrot? I just got a bird, the jackdaw. Okay, let me. What are you gonna do when the Hulkster runs wild on you? Oh, you know what? Real quick, I know you guys probably don't want to keep hearing about the con talk. What's up, JB? Sethington, hello. Jerry. So the longest lines at the con were the Hardy Boys. Like the entire day, their line was just rolling. They have a lot of fans. Um, I was kind of surprised that Ric Flair didn't have a long line, but I think he may have been there Friday too. So he was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So a lot of the times, like when somebody is there all the days, people will like rush to go the first day just in case something happens and they have to like leave or something. So yeah, I was like really surprised by that though, like because he was right next to Trish, and there was people that actually left Trish's line and like had somebody hold their spot so they can go over, and he had people, but like go over and like get their picture with Ric Flair. It was nice. I always like going back to my hometown and going to Nickel City Con. I seen a couple of friends that I haven't seen in years too, so it was nice. A lot of catching up. Mad Dog Connor says, I want a raven, but I have to make space high so Rascal doesn't tear. Oh, do you have an animal that or a dog that would do that or a cat? Yeah. By the way, do you know that a new Pokemon game is coming out? No, I didn't know that, Marcus. Do they have the VIP skip the line thing at that con? Yeah, they do. It actually sold out. I thought about getting it and I'm glad I didn't because the only person I really waited in line for was Trish. And it wasn't that bad. I was in line for about an hour. I understand people wanting to wait for people, but I will not wait longer than that. Especially because it's just like it's so quick, and I guess it depends on who it is. But yeah, they did have that, but by the time I went to go buy tickets, they were completely sold out. So they got their money's worth for that. I just feel bad for anybody that bought the bestie photo shoot with Trish and Lita. I was almost one of those people. I was gonna do the photo op with both of them. I mean, you get a refund, but still that sucks because it was supposed to be Saturday when I went, and she ended up making it. I seen on the Nickel City Con Instagram that she did make it on Sunday, but I was already on the road coming back home. So Hokey says Dean Kane was worth the wait at MegaCon. I bet. I only had to wait like 30 minutes for him, but like when me and X-Ray got there, I seen like 10 people in line for him. Like it was just starting, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in line now. Do you want to come with me?" And she's like, "Yeah." So we waited, and we took up a bit of his time because he knows X-Ray from being on streams with her and stuff. And he was amazing. He said I was cute and made me like blush. But Dean is a very sweet guy, and he gives great hugs as well. Like he's just so like just warm. You know what I mean? Like the nice. He gives off like the dad energy. Like you know what I mean? Very nice. Lexicon Hellhound, thank you for the $2. Nice seeing you on Side Scrollers Plus. Happy 4th. Thank you so much, and happy 4th to you as well. Yeah, it's nice being over there. It's so the way that they're doing it is kind of like Netflix for nerds, right? When they asked me to be a part of it, I was like very like honored that they wanted me over there. So yeah, if I do have I finally put it in my description. I think I asked my mods to drop my link to join that. And I didn't even have it in my description. So sorry. I have it in there now. So I'll be doing like a few times a month, maybe even a little bit more. I'll be doing like videos and live streams over there. So if you're interested in that, it'll be a good time. I did a Q&A over there yesterday, so you can catch that if you're interested. Okay. Well, Sauces at the CMA Fest, all the meet and greet pictures and autographs are free. Oh, really? Do you have to pay a lot to get in there, though? Into the CMA Fest? What's up, Marga Reality? And thanks, Deconstruct. Hello, Kenneth. All right, let's get into these topics. You know what I want to start with? Because I'm just so freaking excited over this. We're starting with Red Dead Online because I'm really happy about this. You guys know I'm a big Red Dead Redemption fan. I have a Arthur Morgan picture sitting right up there. You guys can't see it though, sorry. So, Red Dead Online fans react with surprise and delight as Rockstar releases new missions, sparking even more speculation about Red Dead Redemption 2. Strange things are happening. So, another article I seen when I was looking up, something to pull up for this stream was that some people are mad, like outraged, I think was actually the word, which is a little dramatic. And I think it's the GTA fans, like outraged that we're getting more for Red Dead before GTA 6. And I'm like, shut up. Just sit down and wait for your GTA 6, okay? Red Dead is, in my opinion, Rockstar's best IP, but that's just me being biased because Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favorite game next to Donkey Kong 64. But I mean, as long as they don't mess it up, I would love to see the Red Dead universe expanded because there's so much that you guys can or that they can do with it, but I don't trust modern Rockstar to give us a good story like they used to. I mean, Arthur Morgan's story was perfection. He's my favorite video game character, so of course I'm going to say that. But anyways, enough ranting and let's get into this article. So, Red Dead Online is showing signs of life after Rockstar added new missions to the game. And as you'd expect, fans are once again speculating that a next gen update for Red Dead Redemption 2 is in the works. Most fans have come to terms with the idea that Rockstar had moved on from Red Dead Online back in 2022. Yes, because the hackers took it over and they just did not care. Like, usually Rockstar is like on top of people like online doing hacking. An example, I had a friend, and this is the funniest story. I wish I could have seen this. I wish it was a friend that streamed and like it was online. But so I had a friend that was playing solo GTA 5 online, and somebody like kidnapped them like at gunpoint. Like it was a funny moment. But they made my friend go with them, and then eventually like they took him to all this like it was like a comedy thing, right? Like a heist and just all this stuff. And my friend just went along with like what is going on here, like intrigued, because it was funny. It wasn't like like they were bullying or anything, right? It was weird. um but they ended up giving them like a ridiculous amount of money, so my friend was actually scared to go back online because they're like, I don't want Rockstar to think that like I was hacking and I went and like stole all this money and stuff. It was insane. So I think they bought like a jet and like the most expensive things you could, logged off for like a month and then went back on. I was like, okay, my stuff's still here, my account's still here, because that's how this was years ago. But that's how crazy Rockstar used to be, like cracking down on hackers. So it definitely looked like they were giving up on Red Dead Online because hackers just took it over. You couldn't play without a hacker being in the game. I remember this was actually not too long ago, and it was on a stream. Some of you may have been there. I was playing with Untamed Mando, Americus, Mazda might have been there. I don't remember, but we were playing Red Dead Online, Red Dead 2 online, and we're just like going to do a mission, and then all of a sudden there's just like an entire like group of bears just like grazing randomly in the middle of nowhere, and we're like, what? And they didn't attack or anything. And then we ended up killing them because like, oh, we could just like get money. And it was funny because my chat was like, they were just trying to live in peace and then you animals came along. But it was a funny scene, but it was a hacker thing, obviously, because the horses weren't even like freaking out. If you played any Red Dead games, if you go anywhere near like a bear, the horse will sometimes even like yeet you off and then run away. But you mean the movies? Hello again. Rockstar abandoning Red Dead Online after launch broke my heart. Red Dead Online had a ton of potential. This update is surprising. I don't think they ever finished the story of Red Dead Online. Wonder if these are connected. I know. I was so sad about that too, because when I originally played Red Dead Redemption 2, I didn't have like a lot of friends that played it like religiously like that, so where like I go online with them. I played it like once or twice and then stopped. And then once I started streaming, I had more people that would like to play it. And it just like some people wouldn't even bother. They wanted to, but they wouldn't even bother because like every time I get on, the hackers just ruin it. So this gives me hope that they're at least maybe paying more attention to, so that like hackers aren't overrunning the servers anymore. I'll give it a try. I'm totally down to play it. Um Okay, so where were we? So most fans are coming to terms, yes, that's where we were. But the developer has unexpectedly released the new Strange Tales of the West update, which includes 4 new missions and a tease of more to come. The new trailer below is the first Rockstar has released for Red Dead Online since 2021. Let's watch it. I actually haven't watched this yet. Hold on. Let me make sure that I don't have the site muted. I don't. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think I shared sound because I wasn't expecting a video. Hold on. Oh, hello. My headphones might not be plugged in. Nope, they are. How come I'm not hearing sound? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Volume 1, 2, which means it sounds like they're planning on maybe doing a volume 2. Oh, I hope it's I need to update it. I think I actually did. I think I updated it on Steam. Let me double check and make sure chats are going good over here. They are. Okay. Soul Assassin says I want to play Undead Nightmare again. I loved Undead Nightmare. So good. So good. I love the Red Dead Redemption universe. It's amazing. So here's the official blurb. Author Theodore Levin can't believe the rumors and missives he's been receiving from the four corners of the American frontier. He's working on an anthology of these unexplained and weird phenomena, and he needs your help investigating the wildest claims that cross his desk. Strange Tales of the West will require steely resolve and courage in the face of odd, twisted, and downright supernatural. Embark upon these 4 new telegram missions by picking up Mr. Levin's letter at any post office or from your camp's lockbox, then opening it via your satchel or launching telegram missions from your player menu. The 4 new missions are Strange Tales of the Plague, Strange Tales of Modern Science, Strange Tales of the Bayou, and Strange Tales of the Wilderness, as reported by Video on X Twitter. The update adds a new zombie infected mode, the first mission of which takes place in Armadillo. So I'm really excited for this. I gotta check this out. I've got so much stuff to play, but everything will go on pause for this. Okay, you better believe that. Literally, everything is gonna go on pause for this because it's Red Dead. Come on. Oh, I'm excited. Look, we're getting another. Look, I love these responses. That's how I feel, though. Okay, all right. So it's real and it's happening, and we'll be playing it very soon. I'll get a crew together. Yeah, we're gonna get a crew together. Gas station burrito. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's talk about that next. I actually seen this while I was live on Side Scrollers today. Hold on. Pop this one up. Yeah, Michael Madsen passed away at the age of 67. So it was funny. It was on Side Scrollers. I was trying to remember. Like I know he was in Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill. He's been in a lot. We're gonna actually pull up his movie list here. But it was Donnie Brasco that I remember him from. Because he was like, I feel like even just like a small character in quite a few movies. Like let's look at known for is this what I yeah, this is all right. So even I don't know these ones. Let's go like way down. Like just look at all these movies. I don't remember him. Was he the dad in Free Willy? I haven't watched that since I was like in the single digits, so I can't remember. But yeah, he has been in a lot of movies. When I said Free Willy, Blab's like, I seen that one. But yeah, look at this list. Like this man has been busy. Like look at this right here, just in 2013 alone. Look at this. Some of it's just like one episode, but still, he's been a busy man. Look at all this. And I think they said Craig may have mentioned that he was doing like a few that are like still coming out, like 10 or something. My boss's daughter. Okay, he was in that. See, he's like the face that you know the face. If you don't know the name, you know the face because he's done a lot of roles. Let's see. I'm trying to go like he's been in so like when did he start, dude? Let's go way down. 1982 was his first movie. I want to see the first movie that I would know. It probably is going to be Free Willy because that was the 90s. Let's see, we're getting in the 90s here. Oh no, The Doors. He was in The Doors. Okay. All right. Was it Reservoir Dog? I almost said that super New York. Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs was before Free Willy. That was in 92. Duh. Okay, Free Willy was in 93. Who was he in Free Willy? I have to look now. Like I remember the movie. He had to have played the dad, I'm guessing. Yeah, Free Willy was definitely the first movie that I seen him in because I did not see Reservoir Dogs until I was like a teenager. So but yeah, rest in peace to Michael Madsen. Very sad. No, no, no. Pause this. I don't want to clip for anything. Get out of here. I remember Free Willy, loved that movie. He was in so many great movies. For me, Reservoir Dogs was when I noticed him. That was probably like, I mean, Free Willy, yes, but I was so young when I seen that. I don't even know. Hold on, let's see. I don't know if his cause of death has been released yet. Let's take a look. I think it just happened today, or maybe it was yesterday. Um, let's see. He suffered cardiac arrest, so he was found unresponsive in his Malibu home on Thursday morning. So it was this morning. So that's sad. Rest in peace, Michael. Okay, let me double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. Thank you, Hokies, for dropping my comfort link. Yeah, he had a heart attack. Very sad. Okay, well, if let's jump into like a bit more happier news now. Since we got all sad now. Did you guys see that Chuck E. Cheese is opening a spin-off arcade for adults nationwide? 10 Chuck's arcade locations opened this week across 8 states with plans for more to come. You might want to get a babysitter before heading to Chuck E. Cheese's newest spot. The beloved children's play chain announced its latest venture, an arcade for grown-ups called Chuck's Arcade. The gaming spot is created for adult and lifelong fans, according to a press release shared on Monday, June 30th, adding Chuck's Arcade is a modern-day love letter to the games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great. So I think this is cool. I feel like it's going to be a lot like Dave and Buster's, though. No, you know what I mean? I always thought of Dave and Buster's as the adult Chuck E. Cheese. But so there are 10 locations open now in malls across the county. Specifically, gamers can head to Florida, Connecticut, Oklahoma, New York, Georgia, Texas, New Hampshire, and Missouri, but the company has more locations on the horizon. Look how Dave and Buster's Chuck is back. I would definitely check this out. Let me see. Hold on. What's it called? Chuck's Arcade, Florida. Let me see where it is. Chuck's Arcade, Florida. Where is it? Like where in Florida? St. Petersburg, Florida? Where is that? I mean, I've heard of St. Petersburg, but I've never been there. So, trying to see. Why isn't it? Hold on. Let's see how far it is from Universal Studios. 2 hours? That's not bad. Just to give you guys like a guesstimate there of how long it would take. So yeah, 2 hours from Universal. That sounds like kind of fun. Oh, it's that's the Tampa Bay area. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So each arcade has a combination of new games and classic choices too. Players win tickets just like children experience at Chuck E. Cheese and can trade them in for toys and tokens. Plus, guests can buy Chuck's arcade merchandise and retro themed Chuck E. Cheese apparel. That's kind of cool. Um, Ian says, I've been to St. Petersburg. It was a poop bowl. Ah. Actually, a ball pit is a bad idea because drunks will pee in them. They probably won't have a ball pit. I remember when I was a kid, Chuck E. Cheese did have ball pits, but they got rid of them. I don't know if it was like during lockdowns or before that. I don't know. Mm. What's up, Gravy? You have one at your local mall, Gravy? Did you go? Michael Snart says acceptable risk. Oh my gosh. Here, let me keep checking. Hokey says I'm waiting for 2 items from Comfort. Well, let me know what you think of them. I love their stuff. As soon as it starts getting cold over here, or if I decide to visit family over wintertime, I'm set with my Comfort stuff. It's so comfortable. Ian and Hokey's can attest to that. Don't worry, Chuck's Arcade visitors will still get to see the iconic animatronic characters just in a new way. A member of the robotic Munch's Make Believe Band, Chuck E. Cheese, Jasper T. Jowls, Helen Henny, Pasquale, and Mr. Munch will stand guard at each arcade rather than perform. You are in Florida, does not get cold. It sure does. It gets in like the 40s, sometimes even 30s. And since we're surrounded by water, I would say up north that feels like I would say it's usually like 40s, but it feels like 20s, 30s sometimes because it gets really freaking cold when there's no sun and no humidity over here. Dana does stuff. What's up? Ball pits build character and immunity. That's true. I saw it Thursday, went to and bought my Switch 2 at GameStop in the mall. Ah, what's up, Mr. Tex? Uh, you gotta let us know if you go there, Gravy, and how it is. What's up, Javier? We need Gravy to do some investigative journalism for us. I mean, I'm a few hours away from it. Maybe I'll get some friends and we'll go check it out. Uh, let's see. Fans with an appetite for nostalgic games can visit any location, but only guests at the Kansas City location can get their hands on food. What? Wait, so there's only food at the Kansas City location? That's lame. You go Monday? Thank you, Gravy. I expect a full report by Tuesday, all right? Dana Does Stuff says, I'm so jealous you got to meet Trish Stratus. She was awesome. Here, you know what? We'll pull it back up for you real quick. Hold on. The picture. She was so sweet. And she looks great. Like me and my friend were like, we want to ask her, like, what does she have in her hair so that it's not frizzy? Because it was actually really hot in New York when I went. It was nuts. Even Alex Vincent, I asked him because he remembers me from the first time we met. And I'm like, I live in Florida now. When we first met, I was still living in New York. And I'm like, is it just me or is it like hot over here today? And he's like, it's hot. It feels like Florida. It's so humid. It was like, so I didn't escape the Florida weather even for a couple days, but it's fine. But yeah, she looks great. Like, good for her, man. She is a real sweetheart. So if you guys ever have a chance to Trish is wicked sized. She was only a little bit taller than me. She didn't have heels on or anything though, but neither did I. What's up, old Renaissance boomer? Yeah, she was awesome. And one day I'll meet Lita. One day. But here, oh, you know what? Let's pop this back up. Sorry, guys. We got sidetracked. Yeah, Dana, I just told the story that some guy like was there with like he commented on my picture, someone that I met at the con, that his friend's 6-year-old daughter went to go say hi to Trish and she took out a teddy bear from her own personal bag and signed it and just gave it to the little girl, which that's so sweet. What's up, Loose for the Doberman? Was this in Texas? Where, Soul Assassin? Nickel City Con? No, New York. Or this. I don't know where these pictures are from. It's oh, never mind. This is the Kansas City one. So right here, if we want a little glimpse of what Chuck's Arcade's going to look like, or what it does look like, what am I saying? I think it looks cool. They're definitely hitting with the nostalgia here. I just think it's kind of silly that they're only gonna have food at the Kansas City location. Mm. And Gravy says the food courts. I mean, I guess since they're inside of malls, there's food courts and stuff, so it does kind of make sense. But some people really like the Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I was never into it. But I grew up spoiled with really good pizza, so I wasn't into like Pizza Hut or Domino's or any of that either. But I remember kids really liking Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I remember the video that came out, was it Shane Dawson, like about them like reusing pizza possibly? Do you guys remember that video that like went viral? Oh, kind of funny. You go to Chuck E. Cheese for the games, not for the pizza. Yeah, no, absolutely not. But kids, kids just like any pizza. So you take them somewhere that's got pizza and they're like, let me have it. I grew up with I actually went to DZ Discovery Zone. If you know, you know. I've talked about this on stream before. That was our go-to place when I was a kid. So I actually have only been to Chuck E. Cheese a few times. I'm totally down to do Chuck's Arcade though. Don't like their pizza. My nephew likes it. See, the kids like it. The kids love Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Okay. Let's see. Speaking of, oh my gosh, let's get this over with. Kim Kardashian looking like a freaking villain here. So I missed the Bratz doll craze. I didn't have Bratz dolls. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all that they're going to do a live action Bratz movie because of how well Barbie did. But this isn't going to do anywhere near as well as Barbie. Um, my friend had a couple Bratz dolls. I remember thinking they looked weird, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep my Barbie. Like, okay, I thought they looked so weird. Their fashion was kind of cool, but I thought the faces were weird. Kim Kardashian does kind of look like a real life Bratz doll, so I mean, there's that. Yeah, but she's in talks to play the villain. You're a brat, mate. Clyde Dashing, Kanye can be the hero. Does Bratz have the name recognition? So they were big. They were, but it was like I was like at that point where it's like I was just kind of stopping playing with dolls. So that's why I never like asked my mom to get them for me. I remember playing with them with my friends a little bit because my one best friend at the time had a couple Bratz dolls, but I never had any of my own, but I didn't want them. Starring women with awful plastic surgery. Yeah. Seriously, JB? I found a Bratz doll at a thrift store a couple years ago for $10 and sold it on eBay for 400 6 hours later. That's a great find. I need to hit up more of these thrift stores, man. My Selena that I have there from Batman Returns, I had a friend who found, and she lives in Jersey. She found that doll. It wasn't like in the box or anything, but the Selena uh Batman Returns Catwoman, she found that in the bottom of a bin at a thrift store. And it was like in really good condition. And she was just like, she couldn't believe she found it. And I think she ended up keeping it and someone gifted her one and she like sold it or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy some of the stuff that you can find. Like I need to spend a day. Maybe I'll do a vlog if you guys are interested in that. And I'll put it on my second channel. Just going around thrift stores. I've heard that if you want to get the good stuff, you got to go like into rich areas because those people like they don't care really. They just like, okay, I don't wear this anymore, and it's like something that's extremely expensive, and they donate it. So I should put that to the test and like find rich areas and go to the thrift stores over there. Soul Assassin says thrift stores near military bases are usually good. I never heard that one. That's interesting. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll probably do it once the weather breaks a little bit, like after summertime, because just lugging around in this Florida heat right now. Ugh. Oh, Jonathan says you can find records at a thrift store too, by the way. I got a really good one. It wasn't at a thrift store. I took a really cute picture before I left my mom's I got a Frank Sinatra record, and it's four different records in one, and it was like I think it was like $30, which is totally worth it because it's like side 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's 2 records, and I was like, yes. Because records can be expensive. I went to the mall and I went to FYE, which they do still exist in some malls. And I was looking at records, and there was another I forget the name of it. It's like a small store that was inside the mall as well. And I was looking at the records, and they had like new artists. Like I can understand maybe having like a Beatles album and charging 70 for it or something, or like especially if it's the original one, right? Like but they were like newer artists, $70 for like I'm just trying to think of someone random. Like they have like Ariana Grande, Sabrina Carpenter, stuff like that, right? Like I didn't want those albums, but I was just like browsing through and seeing what they had, and the prices were insane. I was like, what? $50, $70? Like, who's for the Doberman says I have an insane record collection. Being a club DJ used to be crazy expensive. I bet. So I just got a this like it was like 4-in-1 record player, CD player. It's also got Bluetooth, radio, and there's even a little cassette player on the side, and it's adorable. Like it looks so retro, like a 50s, 60s style looking record player, and it's just gorgeous. I got it in my living room, and I'm so happy that I got it. So I'm trying to get my record collection up. I found a few things at a small record store kind of near me, but I need to get that collection back up. So I need to start hitting some thrift stores. Actually, the little record store that I went to, I spent $10 and I got 3 vintage records. I got the Mamas and Papas, Sonny and Cher, and an Elvis record it was like $9.95, and they were like from that year, like the year that those albums came out. Like, and I couldn't believe that I got them for that cheap, and they work. I played them all. They work really well. I like oldie stuff, so I was glad that I found some. eBay and Discogs are go-to for vinyl nowadays. So in my Discord, I actually had quite a few suggestions. Thank you guys again. I need to look into those websites for some more records, but since I was getting ready to like go on a trip, I didn't want to order anything and have things just like sitting outside my house. I wonder if Mazda knows what a record is. Doubt it. Maybe. All right. Anyways, didn't mean to keep that Bratz thing up that long. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of yapping today because I haven't been able to like just chill and talk to you guys for 2 weeks. All right, let's see. This was adorable. Let's watch it together. Have you guys seen Keith David's reaction to receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Super, just so sweet. Something that we could use right now. Some niceness. Yeah. So this is point of view watching Hollywood Walk of Fame announcements to celebrate fellow actors when
French actress Marion Cotillard. Well, she's well known here in the US for Marion Cotillard. Actor Keith David.
Aww.
Actress Rachel McAdams.
Happy 70th birthday.
Oh my God.
And it's his 70th birthday. Oh, I can't believe he didn't have one yet. Like, what?
The pride of Italy. Actor Franco Nero.
Oh God. Oh.
Star the iconic Molly Ringwald.
Even Molly Ringwald.
One of the classiest.
Aw, that was so stinking sweet. And hold up a second. Are you serious right now, Ian? Ian. Hold on. It didn't pop up. I'm glad I went over there. Ian, you're a legend. Are you serious? You just gifted 100 subs over on Kick? Are you sure? Hold on. I gotta play something. I don't even know what to play right now. Bruh. My God, Ian, thank you. Hold on. I feel like he needs a double one, and we got to play this again just because it's my newest clip and it hasn't been played enough yet.
Be afraid, Starscream! These plants may be dangerous. Where is your courage, Megatron?
Desiree's here. Yes, you did. Ian just dropped a bomb over on Kick. It was nice seeing you today, Desiree. We were on Side Scrollers together for their subathon today. It's always nice spending time with Desiree. And she has a really pretty dress on today, too. I had to text her. I was like, I like your dress. But Ian, thank you so much. I don't know if I've ever been gifted 100 subs before. Maybe on Kick at some point, probably by you or Raider or Hokies. I don't know, but I don't think it's 100. I don't think so. Thank you, Ian. Seriously, my goodness. Now I don't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, it was so much fun. Desiree's also over on Side Scrollers Plus. Both of us joined at the same time. And she's going to be doing some really cool stuff over there. I wish I could play an instrument like she does. She's plays the piano beautifully. Okay, but my mind is like all like scrambled right now. I wish I had like some prosecco to cheers Ian. I have some water. Thank you, Ian. Seriously. Over on Kick, guys, make sure you drop the Ian emotes, please, and thank you. There you go. Mongoose did it. He knows. He knows. Play the armpit gravy? No. Yuck. Thank you, Mongoose, for dropping my link. Yes. So I will say, as much as I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, super, super happy that she's getting a star as well. Her video was kind of lackluster, and I think Freddie Prinze was the one recording, and I'm not a fan of his, so we're not going to watch that. But we'll just look at this. Sarah Michelle Gellar is getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I love it. But Keith David's was just so much more sweet, so we don't need to watch her video. I don't know if hers was like, I don't want to say genuine, but like I definitely don't think he was expecting that, right? And it was the 17th. Yeah, he's only 17. His 70th birthday. Like, how sweet is that? Her reaction was a little just like, oh, really? Kind of like, I don't know. It's not that she wasn't excited, but it seems like maybe she knew, and then they're like, let's record it. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Did the emotes play, like the ones that play, whatever you want to call them, over on Kick? Do those work over here now? Hold on, let's see. Jimbo was dropping some of mine. Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta scroll up. Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying not to. Oh, it does. Look at that. I haven't even noticed that they work on StreamYards now. Those are. I wish YouTube would have animated emotes. What's up, 16-bit mascot? Sorry, you snuck in here. I didn't see you. Not much nostalgia for tapes. They were limited and low quality. I like CDs far greater. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy any tapes. I just think this device that I have is super cool that it has the option for all that. I think that's super cool. I was going to ask my mom if she had any cassette tapes, but I feel like, at least in my life, she didn't have any. CDs were the go-to for her. I have a few CDs, but I'm trying to. I'll get both, but if I can get it on vinyl right now, because it just looks so nice. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I'll post a picture of it for you guys to see, because I'm gonna, now that I'm reminded of myself, I'm gonna post a picture of my Frank record. Lulu's here. Hold on. Where's Lulu? Hi, Lulu. How are you? I miss you. Eduardo said, I bet she knew about it. Yeah, like if you can look it up yourself. Gotta hit the swamp meet, and they have ton of tapes. What's up, Too High Strung? But the Walkman and tape music portable, you youngsters have no idea how big that was. So I know my brother had a couple like mixtapes, like actual mixtapes, right? Like we'll say, oh, here's a mixtape, and you just say that. But like, I mean, for me, it was mixed CDs. I remember having to like wait for my favorite song to play on the radio and I wanted that song as my ringtone. Please tell me other people in the chat did this, where you had to record it at the right time, and like you're like, everybody shut up. like because the chorus was about to hit and you wanted it to be your ringtone. I did that all the time. I remember doing it at work sometimes too because my boss actually had a killer like system set like the front kitchen that I was working. He had a great one in the back too, but even just for like the front kitchen that I mostly worked in, it was an awesome like awesome setup. So I used to do it at work when I was a teenager. I used to request songs just to record them. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I miss like the radio days like that. I need one of those old timey hand crank. No. commercials. I'm not trying to. I just want to listen to the music. I don't want the work for it. Did I ever pay for a ringtone? Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure the first ringtone I ever paid for was actually the Buffy. Shocking. It was the Buffy theme. I made my mixtapes back in the day dedicated to different crushes. I used to do like the mix CDs and I would just name it the first song on the mix. So like going through, I found like this huge, my dad used to be a DJ and he gave me like a huge just like case for like probably like hundreds of CDs. I didn't have hundreds of CDs, but I mean, I would make a lot of mixtapes or mix CDs. See, there I go. And so I would just make a bunch of them and just name like so that I knew what was on each CD. Just the first song was what I would put in the permanent marker on it. The music mix is a lost art. It is. It is. Maybe that's why I have like a bipolar taste in music from just like growing up having all these mixed CDs. So I just shuffle through on my phone like when I'm working out to just like or driving around to just all different genres, all different years. It goes all over the place. All right. Let's get into some topics here. Oh, I did have it here. You know what? Let's watch. If you guys want to watch it to see what I mean, I forgot. I did pull it up. It's nowhere near as sweet as Keith David's, but this was Sarah Michelle Gellar's reaction. And you guys are going to see what I mean, where I think that maybe she knew and she was like, oh crap, we should record this. Wicked mix volume. Yeah. It's crazy. You're going to be like, you're going to go from James Brown to, Britney Spears to hip hop, like Tupac or Biggie, like you just be careful, okay? Why my mixes go all over the place.
Okay, what am I watching?
Just watch.
See, just in the beginning there, it seems just watch. Like I don't know. It seems very staged.
Okay.
I'm so excited to be here to announce our new 2026 honorees. Award-winning actress, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Really?
Nah, it's just a prank. There's 3 of them.
Oh my God. Thank you, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce and Hollywood Walk of Fame. This means a lot in our family, and now I get to join my father-in-law.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you see Keith David's, right? And that was like absolute just like joy. This doesn't seem. I also just don't like Freddie Prinze Jr. So like hearing him is like meh. She's still so beautiful. Yeah, I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I got her right there. Okay, so I'm not hating on her. I just don't think that was necessary, like to make it seem like she didn't know. Just like record a message and be like, "Thank you guys so much." You know what I mean? Just like just be real with it. Like, thank you for putting me like the end that she did there. Just do that. Don't pretend like you didn't see it. What's up, Herd Stonut? I'm double checking here. Skibbity, hello. It's over on Kick. I'm just trying to make sure I keep up. Yeah, it feels fake, right? I don't know. She should have just been like, thank you for that. But, actors, am I right? So this I thought was funny. I was I don't want to say I was excited for Megan 2, but I thought the first one was fun. Like it was just like a silly little horror movie. But this one, if you guys watched, they catered heavily to like the gay crowd and stuff, right? Like it was kind of weird. Like I saw a bunch of like videos, like reels and shorts and stuff going around like queers love Megan. And I'm like, what? Like it's fine, but like it's like that's where their marketing went, and it was just a little odd. I mean, it's a horror movie, so it's not like it's targeted towards kids or anything like that, but it's just I don't know. Like in the original, she was like obsessed with like the little girl, right, and protecting her and stuff. And then they're like, "Oh my god, gay people just love Megan." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I don't know." Uh, yeah, we actually just watched it, Corey. That one was much better, and it was so sweet. But I haven't watched this. Javier, did you watch the second one? I don't feel like I want to. You thought Megan was boring? I thought it was fun. Like, it wasn't I didn't go into it thinking it was gonna be some, like, epic slasher or anything, like, groundbreaking, but as far as just, like, a chill little like, funny I looked at it more of like a funny horror movie because I laughed more in it than I actually got scared. But yeah, it it was fine. So, I wasn't excited for Megan 2.0, but when I seen the trailer, I was like, "This is kinda weird, like, what are they doing with this?" Jason Blum's comments on Megan 2.0 flopping at the box office. We all thought Megan was like Superman. We could do anything to her. We could we could change genres. We could put her in the summer. We could make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy. Like, I don't know. I don't think that it needed a sequel either. So if you guys watched the trailer, I was just like, what is like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. You wanna know something that's really creepy? Okay. So, I think they've had her at Halloween Horror Nights maybe 2 years in a row, like, not a house or anything, but just, like, in certain parts, like, there's scare zones and stuff at Halloween Horror Nights, and they have, like, just, like, a short woman, they don't have a kid playing her, right? And she just, like, does, like, the dance and stuff, and you could take selfies with her and stuff. I did. But apparently, I've been told that some, like, men get really creepy over her, and I'm like, "Ugh." So, it's just weird because like, I get like, I mean, the actual person, right, that's portraying her at Halloween Horror Nights is, like, a grown woman, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Megan should be doing rom-coms. Well, they might go that route. They said they can change genres if they want. Let me get some super chats here, guys. Thank you so much. Um Lexicon Hellhound for 5. Don't be surprised. You're top tier along with Epic, Mike, Disbrew, Nerdrotic, and Vara Dark. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I actually am trying to get Vara on here soon. Uh on Wicked's World because she does like a really long stream. We were trying to get her on Saucy and it wasn't gonna work. So hopefully you'll see her over here soon. I know she's busy and there's like when there's like new games that come out, I'm not gonna bug her because I know she's on top of that and that's her thing. But I love doing streams with her. I've been on her channel a couple times. She's so smart and she's a lot of fun to hang out with. Mazda Salamanca for a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you. And Lexicon Hellhound for another 2. Thank you. Ball Pit sounds like a gay bar. Oh my god. It does. Mr. Tex for a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you. Lucifer the Doberman for a Canadian 5. Found out that Pokemon has been doing a lot of terrible things to a lot of people. Wicked would never do such thing. Oh, Pokemon. Pokemon do terrible things, guys. Wick would never do such things. I'm not a Pokemon fan. Um, I actually, this was a while ago. I did a video on her, and some of her like fans. I think like kind of mad at me. It didn't get like attacked or anything, but I remember being live afterwards, and they were like, "She's allowed to have her opinion." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too." My opinion is that she kind of sucks, like, whatever. No, it was when Kick started, if you guys remember this, and she did, like, a live stream. I think she was specifically coming at another creator that maybe she used to be friends with that switched from Twitch over to Kick. But I came at her for coming at Kick creators because it's like she's this millionaire, like, Twitch's top girl, so of course she doesn't care about how Twitch treats smaller creators. Like, that's why a lot of them, smaller and bigger, went over to Kick, just saying. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of her at all. Ira Brown Ridge Jr. for $4.99. Cheers to Keith David. Yes, cheers. That was probably one of we needed that video today. It's been, quite a week and, if you're not having a good week, you just watch that video. He said to Sprue. Takes a shot, and I'm just kidding. They have they have like a bromance, so they're like broamine's enemies. I was trying to put that together, it didn't work. What's up, the Iron Enforcer over on Rumble? And Herschel's on Kicks has banned them from the park. They should they don't do anything because at these theme parks, you've heard stories of people getting weird with the princesses and stuff at Disney, right? And then they get banned for life. Like you can't. You just can't. But yeah, it's just weird. I didn't see it for myself, but I've heard that they can be kind of weird. Manga says you and Vara work well together. We do, I think so. She's a lot of fun. I learn a lot from her. I love that she drops so many videos a day because I'm like, I'm gonna learn something today. What's up, Majin? Chaos Maker? Stephen John. He's great. Do you guys remember there's something about Mary? Oh man, he was so funny in that. They had the one, hold on. Sorry, I gotta bring it up. They had the one picture, sorry. Dead air there. The picture of him, when him and Mary's mom got married, their married pictures, he's got the huge epic Mike afro. Here it is. I found it. Hold on. No, where'd it go? Come back. I remember my mom thinking this was the funniest thing. I was way too young to be watching. There's something about Mary, but here, this one right here. I can't make it bigger. I'm sorry. I clicked on it and it went to a website. He was so good in that movie. He stole it and he was only in 10 minutes about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love it too. I was just way too young to see it. I saw that movie in theaters. My mom's friend told her that it was okay. I was single digits, okay? And long story short, if you have not seen There's Something About Mary, it is not for kids. Good thing the majority of it went over my head, but the scene with the zipper, my mom, she had straight up mom reflexes because I didn't see a thing. She was like, "Oh," and then we got home and she called her friend. She was like, "You think that was okay for her to watch?" And she's like, "What? What do you mean?" She's like, Oh, so funny. When I got older, me and my cousin used to be like Franks and Bates. If you know, you know. We were probably still too young to be running around saying that, but we thought we were funny. It's Bet Favre. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now I need to rewatch that. I haven't watched that in so long. Oh, sorry. Don't clip that, mongoose. Okay. Back to topics. Guys, you're making me digress. This is some fantastic news, and I will be there opening day. See, I almost ripped my hair out. I got so excited over this because I did not see Spider-Man in theaters. I know that's shocking because it's my favorite superhero movie. I favorite Spider-Man is Tobey's Spider-Man. So yeah, get your webbing ready because you're going to want to swing by your local theater this fall to see Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy when it returns for a limited weekend. I'm going. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I remember we had the VHS. Was the VHS? No, it had to have been the VHS of this. I think my mom rented it for my brother, and I was just that was when I was in love with Tobey at that moment. I was like, please, Mom, I need this. That Christmas, I remember using babysitting money, and I bought a Spider-Man, and it was the Tobey Spider-Man. I like the cartoon Spider-Man wrapping paper for Christmas. And I was like, can you wrap all my presents in this? And I almost Spider-Man, really? I was like, please. And she was upset because she always buys pretty Christmas wrapping paper. I was like, please, I spent my babysitting money on this. I want my presents to be Tobey. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. Very excited. I'll keep reminding you guys, don't worry. This fall, you all better go. Every single one of you. There's 100 of you on YouTube, and I don't know how many on the other platforms, but you better go see it. Speaking of that, though, this I thought was hilarious. I don't play Marvel Rivals, but I think this is funny. Spider-Man is getting a Symbiote skin and the Bully Maguire dance in Marvel Rivals. Hold on, I need water. Almost knocked something over. I'm getting dry mouth over here. Sorry. I think this is really funny that they're doing this. It's giving kind of like Fortnite vibes, but like it's okay because it's Marvel and it's Marvel being Marvel. Uh, well, okay, Daniel, still be a party pooper then. Just kidding. I don't get upset when people don't like what I like. It's all good. Let me see. What else do we have here? Since we're on Spider-Man news. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I thought it was funny. So John Barenthal's Punisher joins the cast of Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's interesting. So they haven't completely ruined Spider-Man yet. That is the only, I would say that's the only like Marvel hero they haven't completely like, I wouldn't say completely, but they haven't started ruining, you know what I mean? So fingers crossed, please. I think maybe it's because Sony has a bit of a hand in it, so it's not fully Disney in control. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So John Barenthal joins Tom Holland in Spider-Man Brand New Day. The thing is, they do not want Tom Holland to have a solo Spider-Man movie. I don't know why. Maybe they don't trust that he can hold a movie on his own. They have to have like an Avenger. Yeah, I was gonna say that, Mark. Yeah, I can't stand Mark Ruffalo. I'm with you on that. So the last one I liked, but that's because they had Toby in it, and I actually liked Andrew Garfield in it. They redeemed his Spider-Man a little bit. Tom Holland's is my least favorite. Even the first movie, he's all right, but he's no Toby. I would say as far as like the live action, Toby, and then Andrew Garfield, and then Tom Holland. So it's not by I don't like rank it very high, but I still enjoy the movies. So we'll see. I do like that they're adding Punisher in it, but I don't know. I feel like they're just throwing all these people in it because again, I don't think they want Tom Holland to do a solo Spider-Man movie. Could work. It did in the comics. Exactly. So I'm fingers crossed. We'll see. So, John Barenthal has appeared in several Marvel television series as the Stone Cold Vigilant, known as the Punisher, even headlining his own series. Now he's taking his guns to the big screen. Barenthal has joined Tom Holland in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the latest Spider-Man movie from Sony and Marvel. Destin Daniel Cretton is directing the feature, which will shoot in England this summer and has a July 31st, 2026 release date. Wow, so it's next year. Okay. Much of the movie remains shrouded in mystery. Movie rumor websites have listed upwards of a dozen possible villains, from crime bosses to alien symbiotes who could appear. Who could appear in the feature, as well as a couple of different versions of the Hulk. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this one is going to end up being my least favorite. I'm more looking forward to Spider-Man Noir with Nick Cage. I think that one's going to be really good. I don't know much about like that actual Spider-Man, so we'll see. Well, I don't know. That's what I mean. It might be like watered down. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be like the Punisher that we got from the Netflix series. So that definitely makes the excitement go down a little more. I just like John Barenthal's Punisher. I liked him. Thank you, Hokies, for dropping links. I'm just double checking and make sure I don't miss anything here. All right. We already, so we'll just briefly touch on this one. I'm not feeling this at all. So this is Amazon's casting wish list for who should play the next James Bond. Reportedly includes Tom Holland, no, not at all. No way. He's not James Bond material. Jacob Elordi and Harris Dickinson. I do not know who Harris Dickinson is. No idea. Out of these three, I mean, I don't know. Jacob Elordi is Australian. Yeah, Tom Holland is definitely like, I don't know who Harris Dickinson is, but no, like absolutely not for Tom Holland. Jacob Elordi, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, out of all three of them, he probably would be the best choice out of all three of them, but it's a no for me for all three of them. Jacob Elordi played I don't know if this was his latest role, but he was Elvis in the Priscilla movie. He definitely could pull off like more of like a manly guy than Tom Holland. And Tom Holland, I think, is just, I mean, I don't think he is too young, but he looks too young. You know what I mean? Like, how old is Tom Holland? He's like almost 30 now, right? Yeah, he's 29. Okay, he doesn't look 29 though. He looks like he's 20, which good for him. Holland is too short. Javier says the dude from Reacher should play James Bond. Venom Bite says Henry Cavill. Oh my gosh, Henry Cavill. Yeah, I don't. None of these guys. For me, like my choice, I really do think that Richard Madden. I know that he's like my, he's my celebrity crush, but I think he'd be a good choice because he's very, like he's just very suave. Like even just who he is, like in real life, he dresses very like James Bond in like nice suits and everything, and he's not like. I don't look at so Henry Cavill would be a good pick, but I also look at him as like a little bit too jacked, which is fine. I would prefer that over like a twink. Because that'd be more Bond. But when I think of Bond, I don't think of somebody who's like very jacked. So that's why I think like Richard Madden would be like a good choice. Robert Pattinson, I don't know, Marcus. I feel like he actually is a good actor, but I think he's just like followed by that Twilight curse. You know what I mean? Like when you see him in movies, people just think, oh, not the dude from Twilight. Like he is just cursed with that for the rest of his life. I don't think he's a bad actor though. Like I think he's actually a good actor. Just some of the roles. I haven't seen Mickey 17, but that kind of like sucks that people said that was really bad because I thought it might actually have been a good movie. Style and All, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I can get behind that as well. There's a few picks that I've heard like floating around. I'm like, okay. Pattinson is too old, probably. Sticking with Madden's, how about John Madden? For James Bond? I don't think so. Mongoose says Ian Soforth should be Bond. He should. You know what? I can get behind that. Speaking of Ian, thank you for the 25 pounds. Tom Holland is the reverse of what I normally feel. I like him as a person, but hate him as an actor. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like personal wise I don't like him with, but yeah, I mean he's fine. Like he's not my favorite Peter Parker, but well, there you go, Ian. Mongoose wants you to be Bond. I feel like you could pull it off. You're always traveling, very mysterious. Here, let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Resurrect Connery for Bond. You want to know something, actually? Speaking of Sean Connery, he was in a movie with Audrey Hepburn, and I did not know that they did. It was Robin and Marion, I think is what it's called. I didn't know that, and I want to watch that movie now. He plays Robin Hood, and she plays Maid Marian, and I had no idea that movie existed. I found it in this, actually. I haven't bought a magazine in so long, but I had to buy this. It's great. It's not just, it says it's a style album, which yeah, it breaks down like her most iconic looks, but there's also stories in here. And I saw that and I was like, what? That's probably an amazing movie. To be fair, I'm still like watching a lot of her movies, right? I've seen like a lot of her earlier films, right? Like Sabrina is my favorite Audrey Hepburn film, and Robin and Marion, see if you guys can see that right there. That was from 1979. So some of her later films I actually haven't seen, but I've got a list from all this. This is a really nice magazine. If you like Audrey, you should get this. I love it. I aspire to be as classy and elegant as her one day, but it's kind of expensive. She wore a lot of designer clothes, but Ian for 10, thank you. Ian for Bond or Theo James. Roman Holiday is fantastic. That's another really good one. What's up? The return of Mighty Orbots. I don't know if I said hi to Greg McMahon, Keely Chow. Hello. Who would I cast as Bond? I would cast Richard Madden. Here, let me show you guys. Since we're on it, right? Let me do a Google search because oops. It looks better. Like I'm gonna pull up a GQ shoot, so that's like obviously gonna hold on. Here we go. I just think he's a handsome man. And he's Scottish. I think he just like looks, and he has a lot of pictures like this, like where he's just like wearing Armani and he's just very like elegant, I guess. I don't know, fancy. Sydney Sweeney. Richard Madden's too old. I don't think Richard Madden's too old to play Bond. Let's see. I think he's like, isn't he still in his 30s? 39. Okay. No, I wouldn't say that's too old, especially if he doesn't look it. It depends. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since he's done something. I think it depends on how he looks. But that's my pick. What did Ian say? He said Theo James? Hold on. Oh. That's a good pick, Ian. Hold on, let me find him in a suit. There we go. That's a good pick too. See, there's a lot of good ones floating around. I just really don't want them to hire some like little twink, right? Like, please don't. This is not a bad pick either. Good choice, Ian. Whoop. I mean, everyone wants Henry Cavill to be cast, and I think he's older than Richard Madden. How old is Henry now? Let's see. Theo James is Ian's crush. Okay, he's not that much older. Henry's 42, so he's only a few years older than Richard Madden. All good choices. We'll see, because we're sitting here talking. I know my bed. We're sitting here talking about who would be a good pick, but is the writing going to be there? Does it even matter if we get one that looks good? Roger Moore was 57 in his last outing as Bond. Yeah, see, I don't think the age matters as long as they can play the part and they look good. Colin Farrell is not a bad choice either, but he's up there too. But I mean, like, especially like with men, like, not to sound like a jerk, but like, if you need like a woman for a role, if it's something like say we'll use Charlie's Angels as an example, right? They're gonna get younger girls like in their 20s, maybe early 30s. But with men, for like something like James Bond, you could go 40s as long as they're taking care of themselves and they look good. There are no guys in their 40s that look better than boys in their 20s, So I think it just all matters about how they look and if they can, properly portray Bond. Okay, what else do we have here? Gosh, jump scare. Sorry, is that Kate Beckinsale picture? I don't understand. We'll just pull it up for 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Be prepared. Like this. I don't get this. Shania Twain also did the fembot look. Like they look like they just rolled out of Austin Powers. I don't get it. She was gorgeous and she could have aged gracefully, but now I'm taking it down. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to pop it up. I think it just looks awful. Her face, like, I mean, her body, whatever. Like, she's super skinny. I'm not going to body shame her for being super skinny, but it's the face. Like, it looks so weird. And Shania Twain did the same things. Pictures came out of her, and I was like, what the frig, man? Like, it's sad because a lot of these actresses were just so gorgeous, and they would have just let themselves, you know, age gracefully. They would look good. Like, look at that, and then you know what? We're gonna pull Trish up again, and let me be like completely honest with you guys. She looked even better in person. Like, you see that Kate Beckinsale, right? And then look at this. Trish Stratus is 49 years old, and she looks great. She's like, this is what I mean by fit. Like, people, I was talking about trying to get fit on a stream, and people were like, don't like, I don't like, muscular women. I'm not saying I want to get muscular. I'm saying I want to get like that, like just be solid. You know what I mean? Trish looks so good. 49 years old. How old is Kate Beckinsale? She might be older or the same age. She's 51. Okay, close. She's only a couple years older than Trish, and she probably would look great if she didn't get that work done. Ugh. Hello again, Trish. Yeah, I'm just every chance I get, I'm gonna pop that up. Flex. I got to meet Trish. 10-year-old me would have completely passed out meeting her. Yeah, she looks healthy. Exactly. That's what I mean. She looked great. She looked so good, and yeah, she was short. I was surprised. She's probably only like a couple inches taller than I am. So, which everyone's taller than me, but she was she takes very good care of herself. It's sad. Like, I'm not trying to rip apart these actresses like Kate Beckinsale, it's just it's so freaking sad what they do. All right, what else do we have here to pull up? Oh, let's look at this. I'm excited for this. You guys know I like the Resident Evil gameplay. Now, they don't have my man Leon in this one, but when they explained it, I get it. Because he's just like been through some stuff, right? Leon Kennedy has been through a lot in these games, so it's kind of hard to scare him. And they wanted it to be like a kind of like jump scary, so they introduced a new character to, you know, portray that. So here's a new look at the Resident Evil gameplay. I actually haven't watched this yet, so
に感じることができて緊張感が
I'm gonna mute it. I will definitely be playing this. It's weird not having but like the voiceover. It's gonna bug me. You can either experience it up close with tense, realistic gameplay through the first-person perspective, or an over-the-shoulder camera. See, I like that because not everybody, I like that they're giving the choice because not everybody likes first person and not everybody likes third person. So I like it. Resident Evil 9 will be good. I think it will too. Well, you're a guy, Okie, so you should think Ada is better than Leon. I'm a girl. I like Leon. Jerry King, yeah. Man, some of the Attitude Era was definitely something. I'm excited. I think this is the game that I'm most excited for, Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I think it looks great so far as well. It looks like a love letter to the first one. The mansion was crazy. Yeah, so they're going back to like that vibe, and I like that. So I know a lot of people really liked Village. Wait, was Village 8? That was 8, right? And then there was the one with the family, which was 7, which I actually did start playing that one. Like, it was a while ago, but and I think the games themselves are good. I do need to play them myself, but I have, seen a lot of gameplay and I know the story of both of them. And people really liked them, but me, I'm a sucker for the old school Resident Evil styles. Like the puzzles and all that. And I love the characters, Jill, Leon. So I miss them, but I understand that they do have to branch out and have some different ideas because it would start to get old and that crew has already been through so much. But I would love to see them eventually bring some of the old people back and do like another game with them. I would love that. But we'll see. Yeah, 7 was Biohazard. Okay, so I played a little bit of Biohazard. I'll probably pick that one back up like around Halloween time and just like kind of binge and finish that one. I've played 2, 3, and 4 on stream. 2 is my favorite. Resident Evil 2 so far is my favorite. I may do a replay of that one day and do as Claire because I obviously played through as Leon. But we can give Claire some love next time. Resident Evil 9 going back to Raccoon City, very interesting. Hopefully they make it great survivor horror. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I hope so. Remember to shoot the water 4 times. Very funny, Herschels. Trey got me with that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we have here? We'll save. You know what? We'll save that one for Saucy. Oh, here we go. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play the source that they put here because it's YouTube video. It probably has some Danny Elfman music playing in the background. Tim Burton reveals that he is developing a new animated film. You know what? I'm gonna click on it and see. Hold on.
Tim Burton was in Mexico this week to inaugurate.
It doesn't even. Okay, that was stupid. Like that annoyed me. The mouth didn't even match the sound. So don't worry, I wasn't like playing it. I just wanted to see if it was like an interview with Tim Burton, but it wasn't. It was just someone saying what this is here. So I wonder what it's gonna be. You know what? I don't think I've ever. Have I seen what is this one? Frankenweenie? I don't know if I've seen this one. I think so. Definitely saw Corpse Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, why didn't they put James the Giant Peach in here? They did Nightmare Before Christmas twice. That was another good one. That one freaked me out when I was a kid, though. I like Tim Burton, so I'm kind of excited for this. I hope he gives us something good. That was it on that. I thought maybe the video would be like a cool little interview, but it's not. Oh, this. Okay. We're going to talk about this. Tim Burton was in Mexico. That can't be good. That's what Ian took away from this. All right. So Nicholas Hoult wants to see Lex Luthor team up with the Joker in a future DCU film. One of the comics I read, there was a link up between Lex and Joker. The combination of those two together was really fun to read. So perhaps if we are lucky and get to keep making movies, there's something I would like to see. But that's something I would like to see. What do you guys think? Just completely erase that it's like Nicholas Hoult. Like, just take the concept of Lex and the Joker in a live action movie. What do you guys think of that? Because if it was done, he didn't do James and the Giant Peach. Hold on. I thought James and the Giant Peach was. I gotta look it up now. Who did that one? Sorry, I must know now. I could have sworn I thought that was Tim Burton. Hold on. It doesn't say it. Oh. Oh, it wasn't. It was Henry Selick. Well, that's why it wasn't there. It's very much like a Tim Burton vibe, though. That's why, like, young me must have just thought that it was Tim Burton. Well, thanks for that. I would have gone forever thinking that that was Tim Burton. All right, so I would like to see this for one reason being that Lex to Superman is what Joker is to Batman, right? Like, they're the two villains that can get under their skin. You know, like, they really makes them mad and can make them go crazy, right? In some of the comics that happens. So I don't know. It would be interesting to see, but as with everything, I don't know if they would properly portray that in live action. I like to see William Dafoe Joker. I'm sure I don't know if he's getting too old for that, but he would crush it as the Joker. There's an animated movie with Lex working with Joker. Both of them have massive egos. Yeah, they'd probably they'd probably try to kill each other. Really, I wonder if I've seen that because there was like a minute where I was like kind of having little like DC animated movies and shows marathons on HBO Max. So I might have seen that. I know they had like they've obviously like crossed paths in a couple like the animated stuff like I've seen. I think the Superman animated series has a really, really good Lex. I would love to see that Lex on screen, like with that kind of like attitude and like a, kind of more big and muscular. And not that he's like super muscular, but you know what I mean? Like he wasn't tiny. I feel like Nicholas Holt's kind of tiny. But I guess it doesn't matter because there has been like other Lexes that are just like normal, not like tough. But I just really like the Superman animated series Lex. Let's see. That was Clancy Brown. Keeley Chow's World's Finest was a great DC animated universe movie that later became a 3-part STS episode. Superman. Oh, really? I I should probably rewatch Superman the animated series. Like I remember it and I remember the characters and stuff, but I don't remember like every episode quite as well as like the Batman animated series, but it was it was great. And I know they had some like crossovers as well. William Dafoe would be so spot on. He would. He'd be a great Joker. I feel like it's been offered to him at some point. And he like I don't know, like maybe they just couldn't afford him or something. Like they had to. Like he had to have come to mind at some point for a Joker role. Like I don't know how he couldn't. I told this story before, but a fun fact about Joker is Robin Williams was so they asked him to play Joker in the 1989 Batman, but they used him because they really wanted Jack Nicholson, right? So they basically, from what I like read, was that they went to Jack Nicholson and like, oh well, we're gonna give the role to Robin Williams then. And once Jack Nicholson heard that, like, oh, Robin Williams, like, I'll take it then. Like, if you were thinking of him, like that's a because he's Robin Williams, and that made Robin Williams mad. So they wanted him to come back and play the Riddler, and he said no because he didn't like that they used his name as a bargaining like thing with Jack Nicholson. So just a little fun fact for you guys. That would have been crazy to see him as either or. I think Jack Nicholson was a great Joker. Robin Williams would have been a great Joker as well, but it's it's so like iconic, right? So it's like it's kind of hard to even think of someone else playing that Joker. And I mean, Jim Carrey did a good job as the Riddler, but that you know, I think Robin Williams would have also done a good job as the Riddler. But yeah. Oh, Defoe or Walton Goggins for Joker? I think Walton would do a good job too. Deranged Lunatic says, "Did you know they also offered the role of Joker to John Lithgow as well, but he turned it down because it was too dark?" I didn't know that. Bill Murray was almost Batman in a movie before the 89. Real I feel like I may have heard that, but I think I thought it was a joke maybe. That's funny. What's up, Iris? Wow. I didn't know that. That would be I can't see that. I'm sorry. I like Bill Murray, but I can't see him as Batman. I just can't unless it was like some kind of like a campy version. I mean, he probably would have done better than George Clooney because I mean, George Clooney will always just be remembered for the bat nipples. So like that's it. We did get Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy out of Batman and Robin though, and I think she did a great job. It's just the movie was so silly. I would have loved to see her portray Ivy in like a more serious Batman. What's up, Christian Rocker and Donna Hall? How are you guys? Keaton wasn't known for dramatic work before Batman. Also, the reason he's the one that did the Batman voice, like I'm Batman, because he was like, it's silly. I can't just talk like Bruce Wayne when I'm Batman, so we got to have a different voice. So I guess he's the one that started that whole thing, like for other actors that have portrayed Batman to just like do the I'm Batman, like the deep voice. Yeah, interesting. Keaton's my favorite live action Batman. Val Kilmer was good too. Like I'm not gonna, dim. I liked that one was when it got a bit more campy though, right? I mean, all of them had some camp to it, but it was Batman Forever where it really started, and then Batman and Robin was next, and it was like, ooh, that's when they got really silly. Eddie Murphy would have been Bill Murray's Robin. Are you serious? Or are you just making a joke? Well, be safe driving home, Donna. Thank you guys for all the follows over on Kick. I need to get Batman the Animated Series on DVD. Yes, you do. Oh, Soul Assassin looked it up. Really? That would have been... I feel like that would have ended up becoming a cult classic. It probably would have been so silly at the time. Bill Murray, Batman, and Eddie Murphy, Robin. I don't know if it would have been considered iconic back then, but now we probably all would love it. Christian Rocker says, even though the movie sucked. I thought it was cool that Keaton didn't want them to change how his neck moved in the Flash movie. I haven't seen the Flash movie. I thought about just looking up Keaton's clips. I'm sure they're somewhere on YouTube, but I'm just like, man, I don't even. They used him to get people in the seats, and it worked. I think for some people, not me though. Okay. What else do we have here? Should we have one more thing that I wanted to pop up? Oh, I can't play this. I don't think I can. Hold on. I can play it, but without the sound. Unfortunately, which I would love to just play it with the sound. But it's Back to the Future's 40th birthday. It was either today or yesterday. It's today, right? I don't know. It's been 40 years. I'm not going to play the sound because they'll get me for it. But we'll just watch the little montage. I'm working on a clock like that. I don't have it here, but I 3D printed. It's actually the from Back to the Future 2 when they're in their like Western outfits, but I'm working on a clock like that. Oh, okay, we can play some of it. Hold on. Let me redo it. I just got to be careful when they're playing like the music. Hold on, let's just.
For all you Back to the Future fans.
Like that. I should probably pause it every few seconds just to be safe. 40 years. Wow. Oh, it looks like it's just music now. I thought that he was going to talk more here. We'll just mute it for that part. Man, Michael J. Fox. It's great that he's still going around meeting people. Oh, sorry, guys. I wanted to get when he was talking.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Aw, he just says happy 40th anniversary. Oh. So cute. Sorry, I was. Oh, cool. I didn't know you had a 3D printer. Yeah, I've had one for actually a really long time. I just don't. Actually, I need to hook it back up. I printed this before I moved. I need to get like a spot for it and hook it back up. But I just like play around with things. Like I went to what's up, Faithful Geek? So when I go to these cons, there's a lot of stands where you can tell, and there's nothing wrong with selling 3D printed stuff, but like when you have a 3D printer and you see something like, for example, like the melted Vader mask, right? Like you see that, you're like, I know that was 3D printed. I could just 3D print that myself, because a lot of like the designs you could find online for free and then just print, you know what I mean? Like I totally get why people do it. Like that's a good, little store to have, but there's a lot of people that won't buy that stuff because 3D printing is such a big thing now. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen like 3 different stands at Nickel City Con that had like the melted Vader mask and everything. Lots of cool 3D printed stuff on Etsy. Yeah, there is. And Etsy, you can even go on there and find like the designs that you want to print. Like they'll be selling that, you know what I mean? So what you need to actually print out the design for very cheap. So that's kind of cool. But you could also find it for free. Can you 3D print a flux capacitor? Probably. I have a flux capacitor though. I had one that was sent to me. You plug it in, it lights up and stuff. It's very cool. But you could. Some stuff, it's like there's things that like I'd be okay with 3D printing, but there's other things that like I would rather just buy because it would look better. For example, there's somebody I follow on Instagram that sells Power Ranger helmets, and like it would be such like a hassle to 3D print one that looks so smooth and shiny and beautiful the way the helmets look for the Rangers like in the show and the movies. So I would definitely pay someone if I ever decide I want to do like a Pink Ranger cosplay. Don't make fun of me. If I ever decided I want to do a Pink Ranger cosplay, I would definitely pay this guy to to give me one because they look like they came out of the show. They're just spectacular. So yeah, I would do that because I also don't mind helping small businesses too. You know what I mean? Like if you put your heart into something like that and you make it look that good, you deserve to get paid for it. Because I've 3D printed stuff and I look at it and I'm like, even if I sand it and paint it, it ain't gonna look as good as like the professionals that have like the real good machines. I don't think this guy 3D prints either. I'm not sure how he does it because I've been following him for years before 3D printing really like blew up. So I think he does it a different way, like actually puts the helmets together like I don't know his process, but they look amazing. So one day I'll go get my Pink Ranger helmet. Yeah, worst part about painting is sanding beforehand, yeah. Like, I'm still it's a learning curve, but, like I said, I would rather if there's something like that for, like, a cosplay, I would absolutely rather pay someone to give me it perfection than sit there for hours and try to do it myself and then it looks like crap. Like, sure, I'll do it as practicing, but, like, if I want something that's just, like, mint condition and gorgeous like that, I'm paying for it. But there's also quite a few things that I could print out myself that would look good. It just depends. Like Christian Rocker, I think you just said the melted mask requires a ridiculous amount of supports. Some of that it's such a freaking pain. Such a pain. Let's see. But it's a fun hobby. I need to get back into it. I think the coolest thing I ever printed out was a Millennium Falcon, and it came out gorgeous. Like I got the gray, print. Like because the first one I did was red. It's a PLA is what I use usually. So the first like test one I did years ago, when I had first got a 3D printer, was red, and it looked so good. And I was like, darn! And it took like a whole day to print, and I'm like, I could paint it, but I'm like, I could also just buy some gray PLA and print it again, and it looked so good. Looked really, really good. And I didn't have to do anything extra. Like there was no sanding or anything. So that's why it's like sometimes, I say like, when you get like the spaghetti monsters when you're 3D printing and you're like, oh man, especially if you don't catch it right away and like you let it go for a few hours and you look and you're like, oh man, half of it's mush. It's a learning curve, but I got, I've gotten better at it over the years. I just need to get back into it. Okay. Well, let me see here. What else do we have? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's pop this up. I watched the first season of Last of Us pretty much just to review it. And now they're on season 3. So details on The Last of Us season 3. Craig Mazin now has full creative control and is writing the season entirely. Co-showrunner Neil Druckmann and writer Haley Gross have both left the show creatively. Caitlin Dever is confirmed as the main lead this season. So Abby, at least they made her not look awful. I like Caitlin Dever, but the writer's room consists of 3 people, one of them from Naughty Dog. Do you think Neil Druckmann jumped ship? Like, I don't know. How are the ratings for the show? I don't even know. But I can't believe like they're really milking this. So she's the lead for this season. Oh, Druckmann got fired. Okay, so it says they left the show creatively, but I guess that's code for he got fired. I thought maybe he was jumping ship. I don't know what the ratings are for this, but I can't believe they're going on to like a third season. I mean, I can believe it. Why though? Like Abby was, I loved her in Last Man Standing, Adam. That's where I know her from. She was great in that. I just don't. If they go to a season 4, they've completely lost it. They lost half their season 1 audience. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I watched it. I didn't like it because I know what's going to happen. I loved the first game, but I don't. Yeah, they're going to milk this, I guess, because there are people. There's like a group of people that just love Pedro. But is he even going to be in season 3? I mean, he's supposed to be dead, so I don't know if they're gonna do like some kind of flashbacks. But season 3, my guess is gonna be where we follow Abby and we feel sorry for her and we understand why she kills Joel. And poor Abby, she's such a good character. No, she's not. She sucks, and it was awful. I watched friends play it for a little bit. The second game, I didn't touch the second game. Like, people's minds, okay, and like at this time I wasn't like really on the internet, and my friends that played this were not on it either. When I tell you everyone's mouth just dropped at that Joel scene, it was like, that was the reaction of everybody. They were like, "Are you like?" And there was anger. They finished the game, right? Just to finish it because like, okay, paid for this game, whatever. Actually, I think there was one copy that ended up going around too for friends. Like a couple were playing like together. I watched a little bit of it after the Joel scene. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not coming over to watch anymore of this gameplay. And then they started passing the same copy around, like, because afterwards people were like, I'm not paying for this. I'll play it, but I'm not buying it. It was just like, I know we've like beat this to death talking about like The Last of Us and what Naughty Dog did, but it's just like what they not only, do they kill the main character, everyone's favorite friggin' character, but then they make us play as the character that killed him, and now the show is giving her a whole season. Like, okay, I'm glad I was never into it, but I'm glad I didn't waste my time watching season 2 to even review. Like, I'm out. Yeah, Marcus, you and a lot of people. I watched PewDiePie play it instead of paying for it. Yeah. I don't think I watched his reaction. I'm sure it was like the same as everybody else. Like, are they serious right now? Even the normies who didn't play the game were mad they killed Joel. Yeah. I seen like some, clips of like I think it's a small handful of weird people that are like obsessed with Pedro. I think because a lot of us, we're on the internet for like me and my, other friends that stream and stuff for like work, right? And we give you guys the news. We find weird articles and stuff. I think in the real world that Pedro actually isn't as popular as we think. Like he is. I see stuff like even like my Instagram, I see reels of girls like freaking out over him, but I don't think it's as big as we think, which is a good thing, which means there's still a little bit of hope. He is popular, but it's also Hollywood just casting him and everything. So but yes, there are like a group of like women that are super attracted to him, right? And so they were watching Last of Us because they liked him. So when Joel dies, there goes that audience. They don't want to watch. So it's stupid. It's not, I would be shocked if it went past season 3. I don't know what more story they have to tell. Like season 3 shouldn't even happen. They could have done the whole story in one season, like the 2 games if they really wanted to, but they got to milk it for whatever it's worth, Uh well, that's enough of that. Enough of that talk. What? Oh, you know what? Real quick, I want to pull this up. I have never watched this show. I want to now because I feel so bad for the tiny chef. You guys see this? Because I don't have cable, so I don't watch Nickelodeon, and that's what the show was on. What's up, Jonas? He's like Harrison Ford, but not charming or entertaining. Exactly, and not handsome, not in my opinion. Young Harrison Ford was handsome. Pedro I've never thought he was handsome. Corey says NK. It'll fade away like the Westworld show. Yeah, you know what? I stopped Westworld after season 1. And I know I've heard that it is still good after season 2, but I kind of was just like, eh. I just got uninterested in it. Let me check Rumble real quick and make sure. What's up? Yas. Over on Rumble. I see Jonathan is also over on Kick. Okay. So I seen like a reel of this. It showed like they actually when Nickelodeon canceled the show, the creators made a clip of him getting the phone call that his show was canceled. And it was so sad. And I'm like, this makes me want to watch it. I saw it on Instagram. And then I found this and I'm like, let me pull it up. So the Tiny Chef Show has managed to earn $80,000 in crowdfunding so far. Any money that's come in, we've reinvested into this so the fans will see it. Chef's not going to give up. Like I want this to be on like YouTube or something. No. I've reached my limit and I can't read it. I'm not paying. Well, forget the article then. Goodness. Everyone who donated the money. That's funny. So yeah, the Tiny Chef. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the clip for you. I don't know if I saved it. I don't think I saved it on Instagram. But I'm sure if I just do a quick Google search, I can find it. Oh, look. It's just so stinking cute. Hold on. I'm going to subscribe to the little guy, even though it's like adults running the page, but whatever. He's cute. Look at this. The Tiny Chef Show. And look at this. Oh, wait. Wait, let me share the sound. I'm sure I can share this. It's not. I think 9 days ago. Was this when he got fired?
Yes, but I know Tiny Chef here. Hey, Becca Floaty, Becca Kewen. Ready to cook up some more episodes? But I got a brilliant bracket. Cancelled?
Aw.
Bloody amazing cancelled. But listen, Bluey had training, but she'll behave on set, I promise. But I have ideas that will blow your mind. I've been.
He is like a sim.
But we put a baby.
Aw. And then remember, it's for little kids.
But about Wob.
Anyone that might think this is weird, it was on Nickelodeon.
Cake. Patty. Brim cake. Where? But all my friends.
Aw.
Right. I understand. I love you too. Bye.
That's so sad. Oh. Hopefully this show is just on YouTube now. Aw. Let's see if there's any more videos. Yeah, he's been uploading. I say he like it's a person. It's people running this tiny little animated guy. I forgot he talked that you don't like his. What is this emotional manipulation? Sorry, Jonas. That was for Nickelodeon. They did that to I'm sure they don't care. But he's so yeah. I haven't watched Nickelodeon in a very long time. Unfortunately, the Nickelodeon that I grew up with is not something that I can even reminisce on very well these days because of all the stuff that came out about it. But it's very cute. I'll probably show my kids. Do it, Jonas. You gotta let us know what they think. I think it's a cute little show for kids. And it's on YouTube now. So good luck there, little chef. How about Ian's like, I forgot he talked like that. I'm done. All right. So when do you think you'll play games next? Well, I actually gamed last night. I won't be gaming tomorrow because it's the 4th of July. So I'll be back at it. Actually, Sunday. Me and Capable Jen will be playing something. Get him back at it. He hasn't because I've been away, and I think he was away at some point too. But yeah, we'll be gaming on Sunday, and then I'll get back to it next week. I was away visiting family a lot this month. Wicked, always great. Hope you have a great 4th. Thank you. Yeah, guys, this was a lot of fun. Good to be back. And I only missed 2 episodes of Wicked's World, but it feels like a lot because it was 2 weeks, I had a good time chatting with you guys though and talking about Nickel City Con. Did Benjamin learn to use the stairs? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. What's up, Wiley? Thank you. Yeah, I hope. Does anyone have any like fun plans for the 4th? I know I asked in the beginning of the stream, but I'll ask again. See what you guys are up to. I'm cooking a bunch of food, and hopefully going to see fireworks. It's supposed to be like bad weather, so we'll see. But it's Florida, so you have 4 parties, Jacob. Well, look at you, Mr. Popular. Good for you. Let's see, who do we have here? Oh yeah, Vara's on. I'm gonna send you guys over to Vara. Let's see what's going on over on Kick. On Kick. Oh, on Kick, I'll send you guys to Kings. I have to look over on Rumble here and see. Do I have to go to like my front page here? Oh, wait a minute. My feed. Oh, Lumpy's live. It's Lumpy's the reason that I decided to come back over onto Rumble. So I'm gonna rage rumble. We're gonna send the raid over to Lumpy. All right, guys. I will see you on Saturday for Saucy Saturday. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I gotta make sure. Okay, now for real, bye.